this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I have a Diamond Art Club sneak peek for you today. This is Pit Stop in Paradise by Peggy Collins, and this is going to be part of Diamond Art Club's releases this Saturday the 29th of March. So if you like the look of this kit as I go through it, or any of the other kits that Diamond Art Club are previewing this week on their social media, you can grab them on Saturday afternoon.
That's afternoon in my time zone. Other time zones will vary.
The times are going to be 9 AM Pacific time, 12 PM Eastern time, or 4 PM UK time. It's usually 5 PM. At the moment we're in that weird part of the year where our clocks over on this side of the pond haven't gone forward yet, and they have changed in the US already. So if you are over on this side of the Atlantic, just bear in mind it's going to be an hour earlier than it is most of the year. Those times I just gave you are for early access, which is if you are a Diamond or a Ruby member of Diamond Art Club's rewards tier structure. If you are waiting for general release, that's just half an hour later, so it's 9:30 AM, 12:30 PM, or 4:30 PM. And of course, if you're in a different time zone, just plug one of those into Google and it will tell you when you can grab your kits. This is very much a big and beastie kit. This is 69.9 centimeters by 105.8 centimeters. These kits that are over a meter long are just, yeah, I mean, I'm only 150 centimeters tall, so this is big, but there's quite a lot going on in it. A lot of detail and swirly effects that need that size to be rendered well. It is also a square diamond kit. And if I check on the side here, you will see that this has, if I avoid the glare of my light, 64 colours, which includes 3 Aurora Borealis drills and 4 Fairy Dust diamonds, and it is almost 120,000 drills. You will see that Diamond Art Club wraps the artwork around the box, which is a new innovation in the last few months, which I really like. Just makes it nice and easy to store them, and I just like how every kit has a different box. Okay, let's take a look at this beauty. If I can find a little gap in the cellophane to get through, that is. Here we go. Okay. So, inside the box, you will find a pull-out tray, which it's going to take a little bit of force to get this one out because these big kits, they are stuffed in there. Oh my goodness, that one really doesn't want to budge. Bear with me. I'm back. That was a bit of a mission. The toolkit had got slightly wedged and I just couldn't get it out. You can see I've slightly collapsed the tray, but luckily it's sturdy, so it is still relatively intact. That doesn't usually happen. So inside I have got a toolkit. There is the thank you for your purchase pouch, which contains lots of important information, so I'll go through that in a bit. And of course the canvas and drills. First up, let's take a look at the toolkit. All of the contents are listed on the front, but let's have a proper look. So, inside the toolkit, you will have a roll of baggies, just always helpful to have. Whoops, stop chucking things around, cat. You will have this pen, which is branded, and this is Diamond Art Club's Twist and Pick pen. So these are a little thicker than your sort of typical standard kit pens. They're a nice ergonomic feel to them. You've got a 4-placer on one end, and then inside, on this side rather, if you take off this lid, here is your single placer tip. It's called Twist and Pick because you twist it to bring the wax that is already loaded in here up, and that has shot out of the top there. And then you can pick up your drills. It's as easy as that. On further investigation, that initial bit that shot up out of there was like the advance guard, and I've had to twist quite a bit more to get the tip to actually fill with wax, but it is now filled and there's plenty in there. So this is Diamond Art Club's new clear wax they've started including. You can see it down here as well because this chamber here is filled with the wax. So it's really good for things like special drills where it's not going to get pulled out of the pen because it's all attached through there. You can also remove this and refill it with wax if you need to, or put a different kind of wax or putty in there, depending on what your preference is. Most things are going to work just fine in there. So that is the pen. And then the tray you're going to receive for a big kit like this is this size. It's a decent sized tray. Room for lots of drills to be lined up for multi-placing, if that's your kind of jam. So yeah, it's got a lid and a stopper. These are all stackable as well. If you have a few of these, you can put them on top of each other. And inside you also get more of that clear wax. Pink wax if you prefer, because it has a slightly different formulation, so some people may prefer one or the other. And a 7-placer, and you can see, if I take those out, just how nice a size you've got to work with in the tray. And the stopper as well. Next up is this important little envelope here. Going into this, you have got some links to Diamond Art Club social media resources on there. And you have got some goodies here that I'll look at in a moment. But you also have all sorts of useful information. So you've got tips and tricks for how to tackle your project. You've got a link to the VIP Facebook group, which you can join as long as you've made a purchase directly from Diamond Art Club before. You've got how to use and also to refill the twist and pick applicator pen. You've got step-by-step instructions for diamond painting, because everyone's going to start somewhere. Maybe this is your first kit. You've got kit contents. And you've got save 20% off your first app purchase, because Diamond Art Club has an app. You can purchase either on the website or on the app, and this code will work for the app. If you have never purchased from Diamond Art Club before and you would like to use my affiliate codes, I do have two. They're in the description box down below. So I've got CAT20, which will give you 20% off your first ever purchase, or CAT10, which will give you $10 off, or the equivalent in your local currency. Please don't feel obligated, but do make sure you use a discount code, because there are always discount codes available for Diamond Art Club kits. Even if you've been purchasing from years, you literally just never need to pay full price. Next up, I have got a treasure quest card, or trading card as they might be more commonly known. These have started to be included in the last few months, and these are a really popular addition to the kits. I love them. I love collecting them. I bought myself a special wallet to keep them all in. So they're just a really fun thing to have, but also they do have an important purpose. If you turn it over, you will see first of all that this is a bronze card. Treasure quest cards come in bronze, silver, gold or black. And just because I've got a bronze one in this particular kit doesn't mean that you necessarily would. You will get all the different colours of cards in a kit that includes trading cards. But the bronze ones are by far the most common, and then you've got fewer silver, fewer gold and fewer black. The reason for that difference in rarity is because when you collect a certain number of each card, you can scratch off this panel here, get a code, and you can redeem them for some really nice goodies. There's some really big gift cards, and there's even the possibility of getting a custom kit from Diamond Art Club, which I'm very excited to do one day. So that's that. And here is the sticker sheet. These are individually cut stickers, so they're perfect for a logbook if you keep one. On this side here is a picture of the artwork, and look at the colours in this. It's going to be quite a lot of dark colours, I think, around the sides, but then some really bright, glorious colours in the water and the sun, and even the camper van and these lighter flowers down here. It's going to be really pretty. And here they all are. Oh, it looks pretty just through these, doesn't it? Nice clear symbols, just what you expect from Diamond Art Club. And you can see here the 3 ABs and 4 fairy dust drills. So ABs have this special coating on them, kind of extra bit of glitz and glam, has a sort of oil slick effect. And then fairy dust drills have a more subtle glittery effect. Both of them are used for accents, and they tend to be really pretty additions to a painting. So I'll look at all those in a little bit when I look at the drills. These are all pre-cut and ready to just wax straight on your storage pots. So it's really nice and convenient that these are provided. Diamond Art Club canvases come in this branded dust cover just for an extra layer of protection, which you can open up and then reuse them to store in, although I have to say I'm not very good at opening these neatly. I tend to rip them, as you can see is happening right now. But they're still reusable, they just won't be sealed. Obligatory canvas stroke, because Diamond Art Club uses this fabric called tarpaulin that they have trademarked. Some little bits that I'll just move off there. And it's a really soft canvas. It gives it a nice luxurious feel, but more importantly, the canvas is just the perfect weight to work on. It's not too stiff. You know, it's nice and malleable, particularly if you work on an easel like I do, but at the same time it doesn't feel flimsy at all. It's really robust. Here are the drills. Wowzers. Wow. It's the reds and the pinks that are popping out to me most of all. And then oranges and yellows, but yeah, lots of darker colours, of which many are black. Just like I thought, really. But yeah, I love that in a painting though. I love when you have darker patches and then really bright colours popping out, like in juxtaposition. I love bright colours in diamond painting, they are everything. I will go through these properly in a moment. Let's take a little peek at the canvas first. So I'm going to roll this back on itself just to flatten it out a bit more. Here it is. It's far too big for me to show you all in one go, but I will pan over it and show you it as best I can in a little bit. So here is the bottom. Absolutely gorgeous. This one looks like it's going to be so much fun. Like there's more brighter colours popping out in this background than I realised from the tiny image. Like the darker colours aren't quite as dominant around the edges as it seemed. So you're still going to get that juxtaposition. But yeah, mainly when I look at it, I see all the bright colours that are going to be worked on. And then if I just move this up, you can see the top part too. Look at that sun. Oh, there we are, just about hit the top. You may notice as well, particularly if I bring it a little closer, these grey lines going through the canvas. That is where Diamond Art Club has got their cover pre-sectioned for you in 10 by 10 centimetre squares. The lines show you where the perforations are so that you can just rip those so you can work on your canvas in smaller sections. Some people like to do that with washi tape over the cover, some people like to use release paper, and this is just another way of doing that that I guess involves less faff and less other equipment. I'm seeing, I would say, a fair amount of confetti, but it doesn't look overly intense. I think you're going to be changing the colour of drill in your tray quite often, but there's probably a fair bit of kind of line blocking, or at least, you know, you can multi-place 2 or 3 drills at a time. It's not like super intense, one drill here, one drill there. But it definitely is a canvas that leans more towards confetti overall, because there's just so much going on in it with all the swirls and the texture that it's capturing. This camper van is absolutely adorable. I have a friend who has a camper van who I think is going to love this kit. But yeah, the colours in it are really sweet as well. And then up at the top bit with that sun, that's where you do see a bit more actual colour blocking. So you could whack out a multi-placer if you prefer and go through that reasonably quickly. But yeah, it's not going to be the quickest moving canvas, but there's so much fun stuff to work on. I don't think you're going to get bored of this very quickly either. It is really, really pretty. Wow. I love the colour of this water. It's just so vibrant, isn't it? Beautiful. Okay, let's go through those drills and see properly what colours we're going to be working with. Okay, you can see most of the colours spread out there, and yeah, they are so vibrant. Honestly, I'm repeating myself, but I love bright colours. It's going to make this so much fun to work on. So, first up, we have a bag of 154. Then there's 947, 780, 321, 2 bags of that, 2 bags of 815, 2 bags of 939, 935, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags of black. 310, 2 bags of 3834, 3021 and 829. Then I have 972, 2 bags of 946, and here is the first special drill. This is a fairy dust drill, and you can hopefully just about see that subtle glittery effect because it is very hard to show through the packaging. Let's move my light onto it a bit more clearly as well. But yeah, it's very pretty. They use mica powder and it's just, I love them. They're one of my favourite kinds of drills. 741, 2 bags of that. Here are 2 bags of another fairy dust drill. This is Z606. 2 bags of 740. 2 bags of 550, 3837, 520, 498, 2 bags of that, 3805, and 3 bags of 154. Then there's 3844, 3809, 3845, 937, 797, which I love this shade of blue. 761, and here is the first AB, this really bright one, DMC 3846. So you can see that glitzy effect on those. I bet there's going to be loads of that through the water. 553, 760, 744, 3829, 336, 2 bags of that one, 895, 2 bags of 934, 956, 2 bags of 915, which is a gorgeous plum colour, and 3808. Next up, I have got 2 bags of AB 973, so quite a lot of this bright, vibrant yellow. 2 bags of 718, 2 bags of 3781, 972, 814, it's 2 bags of that. And then AB 917, which, oh, this has always been one of my favourite shades of ABs because I love that you've got like a sort of silvery contrasting topping on the base drill. And on the last strip of drills, the little baby bags of drills that don't have too many in them, there is 3608, 733, 3348, 3865, 954, love that shade, 562, 451, 912, 6011. This is a really cool colour too. And this is in the 6000 series, which are the ones that DMC manufactures in-house because it's a colour that they deem to be lacking in the existing range of DMC colours that have been transferred into drills. So I love that they do that just to render with even more accuracy. 995. Z783, that's an unusual shade of fairy dust, that's pretty. I wonder where that's going to be used. 732, 3746, 3042, 964, 712, 3842, Z6012, another of those 6000 drills, 3766 and 3848. So I think we have every colour under the rainbow here and more besides. It really is going to be so bright and fun. Okay, I'm going to battle all of these back into their bags somehow and then I'm going to come back to you with a pan over of the canvas so you can see it all a bit more up close. Now we've all had a more detailed look at the canvas, I'm going to play my favourite game of Hunt the Special Drill and find out where all the special drills go for the special drill nerds amongst us like myself. So the pink one, the pink AB that I love so much, has this L symbol, and that is quite a lot down at the bottom where you've got these sort of abstract flowers and or swirls. You know, some things it's a bit hard to work out exactly what they are because of the abstract nature of the artwork, but there's a lot of that pink going through there. There's some of it in the camper van, and I see a patch here, and then quite a lot as well through this pink area, and some right up at the top. So there's a lot of that one. The yellow AB, that there was a fair amount of that E symbol, that is chock-a-block through here. There were 2 bags of that, and I can only actually see it in this section of the painting, apart from some very, very small bits down below. So yeah, I was surprised that there wasn't a bit more of it in here, but there is like a big block in the middle, and it's sort of going through all the different strands and rays of the sun. So yeah, that's where that one's going to be. F is the symbol for the blue AB, and just like you would expect, that is down through the river and the streams and tributaries and all that kind of thing, which makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Because water does glisten in the sunlight. So yeah, that's an ideal use of ABs. Then I have a purple fairy dust, which I don't think I see down in these bottom sections at all. But I do see when you get to this bit up here, this has got that shade of purple fairy dust there. There is a yellow fairy dust, which is 2 slashes. Oh, that makes more sense now, because that is also through the sun. So the sun is going to be largely ABs and fairy dust, and then a few normal drills as well. So that is going to glisten and glow and really attract your attention in just the way you'd expect, really, because it is very much a focal piece of the artwork. And then there is that red one, which I think there were 2 bags of that, weren't there? So there's probably quite a lot of that one. And yeah, I see that here. I see lots of it around here. I see it speckled through this section. I see it coming through here. And there's some red bits at the bottom too, and those also have it. So yeah, the red fairy dust is basically everywhere. And then that brown one, which, well, it's sort of mustardy colour, which is a W symbol. Now, where is that? Because that is an unusual colour to accent. Okay, there's some brown swirly bits of, you know, abstract vegetation around here. So again, that makes sense because the sun is shining down on this area. So it just accents it very subtly in a way that I think is going to be pretty effective. So this is going to be an absolute stunner. I cannot wait to see this one done. Going to take me a while to get around to it, so I'll be stalking Diamond Art Club's Facebook group and all of that for seeing someone else get to it, no doubt, before me. But yeah, I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments if this is going to be going in your shopping basket on Saturday afternoon. Well, not necessarily Saturday afternoon, that depends where you are. Because just to reiterate those release times again, for Diamond and Ruby members of Diamond Art Club's rewards tier structure, it's going to be 9 AM Pacific time, 12 PM Eastern time. And then over here, it's going to be the afternoon at 4 PM. And then half an hour later for general access. So 9:30 AM Pacific time, 12:30 PM Eastern time, or 4:30 PM. I think our clocks go forward this weekend, which, yeah, it makes it easier when it's the usual release times and I don't have to think so hard about it to not make a mistake and mislead people. So massive thank you to Diamond Art Club for sending this beauty over to me. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I think that this one's going to be popular. It's got a lot of what people enjoy in diamond paintings going on. And I know there's been a few camper van type paintings in the past and they always seem to do well because, yeah, it's fun. So yeah, make sure that you don't miss this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I would love to have you stick around, so please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.